I here? Am I on? God knows. I don't know. I hope I'm on. I've not got my phone with me. I'm in the right state tonight. It's about, what time is it? Bloody hell, isn't it? Is it? I'll make it 2013. So if it's 2013, that means it's 13 minutes past when I should have been on. I've been setting up for about an hour. So, okay, welcome, good evening. Thank you. Let's get the distance right, otherwise I'm going to be deafening everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And what's happened this week? Well, I got a new guitar. I got this nice Gibson, and ironically from Gibson's music store, which is in Ashton under Lyne. Fantastic place, very, very friendly staff, and there's also in the back of Steve Gibson's music store, there is the backstage cafe with the lovely Tina, who makes a smashing cup of coffee, and she has some lovely baps. And I know she'll be glad that I told you that, because she does a lovely bap, does Tina, and Steve does a lovely guitar. So, this was what was going on about last week. I've been working all day on this, actually fitting in a pickup so that I can use it for live gigs and recordings. So, so I've restrung it again. And so I'm just hoping that the strings will stay in tune, because when you restring a guitar, they need to stretch back in again, or new strings have to stretch in. And so yeah, oops. So hopefully everything will be all right. I've just got to remember now, because I've tuned this down. It's actually tuned to D instead of E. So it's standard tuning, but it's down a whole step. So let's see how we go on with this then. So I'll start with a Yazoo song, one of my favourite Yazoo songs, called Only You. Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? I came back only yesterday, it's getting harder to stay. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. Well, sometimes when I think of her name, when it's only a game, and I need you, I listen to the words that you say, it's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. Well, this is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. I can't take no more. I wonder if you'll understand. It's just the touch of your hand. behind closed doors. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed was another day. And all I ever knew, only you, only you, only you, only you. Lovely song, that. I always enjoy singing that song. Now let's see what else I can. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll do I've not done this for ages. This song was by a fella by the name of Hank Williams. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. 'Cause your cheating heart now, baby, it's gonna tell on you. When tears come down like the falling rain, you'll toss and you'll turn, gonna call my name. You'll walk that floor the way I do. Your cheating heart now, baby, it's gonna tell on you. When tears come down like the falling rain, you'll toss and you'll turn, baby, gonna call my name. You'll walk that floor the way I do. 'Cause your cheating heart now, baby, you know it's gonna tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love that you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. 'Cause your cheating heart now, baby, it's gonna tell on you. The tears come down like the falling rain. You'll toss and you'll turn, baby, gonna call my name. Your cheating heart will make you weep, and you cry and you cry, and you'll try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart now, baby, it's gonna tell on you. Your cheating heart now, baby, it's gonna tell on you. Your cheating heart now, baby. It's gonna tell on you. The great Hank Williams there. Okay, what shall we do next? Right, let's do this one. I've not done for bloody ages. I love this one. This one is an old American folk song which has been done by just about everybody. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping. No, it doesn't go like that, does it? No. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I held you in. How the bloody hell does that one go now? That's how long I've not done it for. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. If you only knew, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. That's it. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You only knew, dear, how much I love you. Don't you take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. If you only knew, dear, how much I love you. Don't you take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you really loved me, and no one else could come between. But now you left me to love another, and you have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You only knew, dear, how much I love you. Don't you take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. If you only knew, dear, how much I love you. Don't you take my sunshine away. Don't you take my sunshine away. Don't you take my sunshine away. Oh, we got there in the end. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sing this one, which is a song I wrote, and it's all about the factories. A lot of them round here. When I was a young man, I worked in a lot of the factories round here, and just labouring and just earning a crust, as they say. And the thing is, sadly, they all went down. They all closed. Back in the sort of 70s and 80s was when all of the manufacturing, it was all crushed. The unions were crushed, manufacturing was crushed, because cheap imports would actually undercut anybody that's trying to make anything over here, which is now why we basically have nothing. And everything we buy from abroad, and there's very little manufactured here in the way that it was. And I used to work in factories, and I had a lot of jobs. I never had a problem getting a job because there was factories everywhere. The minute you got a bit fed up, or the gaffer was being an a-hole, then you just go, and off you go, and go and get another job. Simple as that. Great days. And then they started to sell all the machinery, and the machines, the looms in all the mills went to the Far East, and suddenly everything was made abroad, and that's the way it's gone. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. It's just change. The one thing we can't sort of control is change. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. And this is this is a song called "Jobs No More." Today they close my factory down, let the heart die in my town. Men and women out of work, factory floor to the office clerk. No need to rise on Monday morning, no work to do to earn your corn. All my friends I saw each day sadly haven't much to say. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Man, few the jobs of men, jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Wagons came with cranes today to load the looms to take away. In welder's boots and a leather cap, they cut the pipework up for scrap. Ships are loaded, ropes released, destination the Far East. We led the world, it's British made, now substandard import trade. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10, there's jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Months went by, then turned to years. No jobs had men reduced to tears. No Christmas dinner, Sunday best, birthdays cancelled and the rest. I'd give you anything you like, but sorry lad, there's no new bike. Money's tight and times are hard, and I can't afford a birthday card. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10, jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Now my young lad's turned 24. He's never had a job before. His young son is only 3, but he'll have no job just like me. The silicone chips made everything fast, our way of life left in the past. We thought that this technology would benefit our prodigy. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10, jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. They closed the old job center down, demolished half of my old town, undermined by the minimum wage, increased the retirement age. All the pubs have hired thugs, it's booming business, selling drugs. England's gardens full of weed, now too many mouths to feed. Microchip technology, well, comes with no apology. Computers do the work of 10, jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. We're waiting for the good old days when we all worked in different ways. It's no one's fault, no one's to blame. Inevitable change that came. Now there's a motto that is apt: to survive you must adapt. And I found me a market with a need. I'm growing plants and I'm selling weed. Microchip technology, well, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10, jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. A song of today. Well, I know. Let's. I wonder if that will work in. Yeah, we'll try that. I think my voice will be able to drop it a bit. I'm going down a whole step from standard tuning. I look a bit flushed. I've been messing about with the, because this is obviously a green screen. I can't really afford a studio like this, but it does look good. But I've been messing about with the settings on the cameras, and I'm looking a bit flushed. Whether I've got blood pressure or not, I don't know, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, this is a song all about the Diddy Wah Diddy. And if you don't know what the Diddy Wah Diddy is, listen to the words, you'll get the gist. There's a great big mystery, something that's worrying me. Well, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. Diddy Wah Diddy. Won't somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy means? I went out for a walk around and someone shouted, look who's in town, it's Diddy Wah Diddy. It's that Diddy Wah Diddy. Won't somebody tell me what diddy means? Sat in church and I'm wearing my hat, and the preacher said, son, you can't do that. You're a diddy. You're a diddy. Won't somebody tell me what diddy means? Well, I got a girl about 4'5". She sure makes me feel alive with her diddy. Her diddy. Well, I think I know what diddy means. Come on, baby, I'll soon be gone. Give me some of that you're sitting on, that diddy. Well, that diddy. Won't somebody tell me what diddy means? Yeah. My girl's mama said to me, son, you're spending too much time upon her diddy. Her diddy. Well, I think I know what diddy means. Well, there's a great big mystery, something that's been worrying me. Well, it's diddy. Well, it's diddy. Won't somebody tell me what diddy, what it means? The Diddy song. I think it was Blind Blake did that, I think. All right, let's see. Yeah, we'll do that one. This is all about the evils of the devil's weed. Roll up to the penny bazaar. You don't have to travel too far. Roll up and roll your mind. You can join the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. Well, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Roll up, you happy cats. You cowboy, cockroach, rizzler rats. First one's free, no charge on the door. You can pay me when you need some more. Well, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, habits can be formed, even if you're warned, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Gonna get burned. Roll up in the rain and snow. It's a premium grade, it's a real home grow. Well, come on down, there's a circus in town. And you can play the fool, 'cause everybody's a clown. Well, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, now habits can be formed, even if you're warned, and the need to get high means you play with fire. You're gonna get burned. Roll up, I just don't care. Sometimes life just ain't fair. I just can't seem to get out of bed. Sometimes I feel I'd be better off dead. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, no more roll-ups, no more drink. I've had 40 years of time to think. 25 years is just a blur. And I've decided I deserve much more. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. No, that grass ain't greener on the other side on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, habits can be formed even if you're warm, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Gonna get burned. Gonna get burned. Gonna get burned. Said you're gonna get burned. There you go. Right, okay. So I think we're going to call it a night, or call it a day, or knock it on the head, or whichever way you use a euphemism for stopping dead. And I'm going to finish with my finishing song. A song for saying goodbye, or as they say, adios. And thanks for tuning in. And I've not got my phone on me, so I can't actually read what you're writing down there. Hopefully you've wrote some comments on there, and what have you. And thanks for being here every week. As every week, every Thursday at 8 o'clock, live from GJ's house, I come. And this weekend, I'm going to be doing a bit of a good deed. There's a place in Hyde. It's a community hub that puts on live music, and there's also some workshops there, and there's different things that go on during the day, all sorts of community type stuff, crafts and arts and that kind of thing. Little clubs are getting formed. Hopefully there'll be some sort of an acoustic club opening. Who knows? Maybe that will be a nice little thing to go in there. It's on the Market Square. It's actually where the old Bright House used to be. Bright House was a company that used to basically sell poor people that couldn't afford to go and buy a three-piece suite. They'd sell them a three-piece suite on the Never Never, on the Knock. You know, £5 a week for here to eternity, you know. And the thing is, when companies exploit poverty and poor people like that, I'm really glad when you see it crash, when you see the arse fall out of the business, and you think, well, yeah, serves you right, you know. And that's what happened. So this is a big unit now that's empty, and Pop, which is was formerly at the post office in Hyde, and they've moved now over there, and there's Jackie Francis and her team are doing a fantastic job painting it up and getting it all ready for the opening. I believe it's going to be May, hopefully, when it opens up. But we've got to raise some money for putting a lift shaft in, because in order to do live music in the upstairs part, because there's a downstairs with a cafe and everything, and shops and what have you, little stalls, and upstairs is going to be a live music venue. But they need, unfortunately now, you can't just have stairs, you've got to have lifts as well. And so it's a requirement of new venues that are on the first floor that you've got to have a lift. The lift's going to cost them about 20 grand. So So all donations will be much appreciated and gladly received. So I'm going to be going on Saturday, probably about 11 o'clock till 2ish, and do a bit of busking to raise some funds and raise awareness for POP, which will be opening as soon as he can, to start getting some funds in to pay for all the rest of the improvements. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing my bit, as they say. Anyway, so thanks for tuning in. And let's put the capo on again, because he doesn't like this capo, this guitar. There you go. Right. Adios, my friends, it's time for me to go. It's been a blast to see you all, and since we met, we first said hello, but now goodbye. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Adios, I have to leave, travel to somewhere that I have to be, to a place where rivers flow gently to the sea, the open sea. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Well, I've sang a song or two, and I played this old guitar, and I hope the words I've sang have touched your hearts. One day I will come back to sing for you. And the memories we've made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. I said the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Adios, 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 adios. Until next week, adios, people.